Oh gosh, it's Marketing School by Neil Patel. If you type that in, it's a great podcast. They talk about SEO and they're broken up into, it's a daily podcast. It's like 5 to 8 minutes.
Nice.
They give you like a good tip every one.
Nice. So they said something about YouTube, or wait, no, what was the subject line? You said it way better.
Look for the podcast. I'm going to blow the podcast title, but look for the podcast. It says the most powerful underutilized channel you probably aren't using, or something along those lines. And the punchline was YouTube. Yep. Yep. They were just talking about how YouTube's the #2 search engine, how powerful video is. And I think we've talked on previous recordings that when people see you and hear you, they connect with you, and your traffic off of YouTube is probably going to convert higher than any other traffic because it's so warm, right?
True.
Yep. So they said in this that video is most powerful, then audio, then the written word.
That's actually really interesting. And by the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, my name's Mike Piet. This is Bryan Fleming. And every week we go over and we talk about our businesses, what's working in the industry, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to share my screen here and talking about warm too. So I kept analyzing more numbers for Vince. So I'll have to show you some of these. But one of them, which was interesting, let me get that out of the way, was... Is this the old one? Yeah, I think there's a new one. Anyways, it was, you can actually look in Google Analytics and tell when people clicked your ad for YouTube ads. And if they clicked right away, they actually converted less. And if they actually waited to the end, they converted less. It was like at 70, 80, like in the middle kind of is when it converted the best.
Really?
Yeah, so I thought that was super interesting. And then I did a comparison too of using the new CPA one when they have like that thing that like shows up right away and gets more clicks, and that has a higher click-through rate, but then is a lower cost per conversion. And I got to show you some of this data. It's pretty crazy.
This is when you turn Google loose to just find you a cost per action.
Yeah, and they just do it by if someone watches 10 seconds. Which I read in their fine print of what they actually do it. So they're not even using like conversions for YouTube ads. It's really lame. They do like a lot of like different stuff for YouTube ads. And even some scripts, like that 24-hour bidding script, is not possible with YouTube ads. Just dumb, you know?
Oh, so you're saying their cost per action is like get someone to watch the video for 10 seconds, not make me a lead.
Exactly. So I don't want to bid on people that will watch the video more, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a more updated version. Okay, so I went back and I found that the #1 single thing that you could refine. So this is the level of difference of how much of an impact it would have on your cost per conversion. So even you have to have at least 8.1 for Vince's account with this data to get it even profitable. So just refining on parental status, age, income level, device, parental status, or day of week wouldn't get it profitable, but any of these would get it profitable. The #1 difference was location. Which,
yeah, I see that. Location.
I never refine for location. Like, dude, I know people are different, but it's like people really do convert differently on average in different states. You know what I'm saying? Like out of 150, 36 total, you know, versus, you know, Colorado, 26 sales for 25. And it's just like these weird averages, you know, people are different, but like, so why the hell is on average these 3 people costed $94, you know? But again,
did you say it's city or state?
These are all state level. Yeah, you could even drop down to city level too, and get some more refined data.
Isn't that funny, Mike? Because I think we would sit here in 10 seconds and say, well, of course, traffic would convert different between the U.S. and India. Fool,
right.
Of course it would. But no, it'll be exactly the same between Michigan and Texas.
Yeah, that's so true.
Wow. I never thought about that either.
I know. And the thing is, you know, they're different, but you're like, well, they can't be that different. They're interested in working out. They're interested in like spyware software. They're interested in SEO, like interested in growing their business. Yeah, maybe a little bit different, but you think it's like the same like mindset though, you know? But yeah, for whatever reason, if it's like cost, even like any of those little things or any of that little behavior can just tweak off the, change the cost per conversions. I'll show you the, so, okay, well then where it gets really crazy.
Was one of your highest, not surprising.
Yeah, 150, yep, and pretty cheap. And then, yeah, worst would probably be like North Carolina. Who knows why? 20 sales for $54 on average, But yeah, the breakthrough, which is huge, is so you take another dimension, location, and like day a week, and you see like California, which wasn't profitable. Well, on Monday it is profitable. Thursday it's break even, and same with New York. Like Sunday's $32, and it varies between which one. Like some states will like this. I mean, these are somewhat similar. For Florida, they like Tuesday. You get 15 sales for $25. So that's where and then you can't even do all the combinations like location and age, things like that, because you just can't do all the stuff within AdWords. But there's definitely, let's see, like day of week with different and parental status. So even like 25, well, they're bad on both those days. So like this one, 10 for 37, but and on device too. So yeah, that's what I'm going through. So now I'm doing this for, his name's Yuri Alkane. I started doing YouTube ads. Let me turn off this
cool
label.
Hey, Mike, was device a driver, device or desktop, or you didn't look at that?
It was a $2 driver. So at the end of the day,
it wasn't a big determinant.
615 was $34. So it actually is a big difference. I don't know why. Okay, so average 34. Okay, so the total without any device optimization was $37.
Yeah.
The desktop was $34. 615 sales, 295 came from mobile, 43. So if I just chose that 34 one, it'd be a $2 difference from averaging these together, but almost a $10 difference.
Yeah, I remember shutting mobile off on my campaigns. I found the same thing, that it was harder to get it profitable.
Yeah. I mean, that's I mean, yeah, again, like we always got to go off the data,
Yeah.
All the traffic's there, it's cheaper, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, well, if it doesn't convert, all these metrics like line up to get your cost per conversion, cost, the click-through rate, the intent, how easy it is, et cetera, what offering, et cetera. But then when you take device, and then let's say device by, let's look, device and parental status, you could get it at 3.6 because you could refine a little bit, but not too different.
Yeah.
But I don't think I did it with any other ones. But I can definitely tell like device and even like location, like weird ones like that, you don't really think that would be that different are. So I started working on this. So right now with this guy's account, let's do the last 30 days. So last 30 days, we spent $8,000 on ads, and he got, let's see, conversions. Yeah, I set up all this and tested all this so far. $17 per webinar registration. So his ad, pretty simple. This is the one that's working best. Preview ad, a simple ad.
Hey, we'll get your video in just a second, but if you're a health or fitness expert growing your business online and want a more predictable way to attract your perfect clients, serve them at a deeper level without one-on-one coaching, and command premium prices for your expertise, then keep listening, because my name is Yuri Alkane. I'm a New York Times bestselling author, sought-after speaker, and the world's leading coach for health and fitness experts who want to grow more predictable and profitable coaching businesses.
Okay, so yeah, you basically get it. Then it goes to a webinar, free workshop. So webinar registration, and then he does a book a call afterwards. So it's about, well, let's see. Oh yeah, so I said like, yeah, just under $20 per conversion. And then, yeah, I've been refining it.
How many conversions have you generated?
Total of 505.
500 registrations.
Yes. Yep.
That's good.
This is week by week, so it's growing up. It was started at 8 to 7 to 15 to 42, 37, 129, 146. So far this week's not done. Still has 3 more days. 121.
Oh, okay, you've been doing this a while.
Yep, I've been doing it for 8 weeks now.
So now he runs webinars every week.
Yeah. Actually, if you go to this, this is like the newest thing. I'm sure you've probably seen them or know about them, but like, let's see. So you select a date, and then it's like today, Friday or Saturday, and then like so it's 7:18. We're doing the call at 7:30. I can do it. And then
Okay. So he's running multiple webinars.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not live. Yeah, they're recorded.
They're pre-recorded. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah, exactly. Then you can just because I think that like probably. I mean, I don't really know. I'll do my phone number. So yeah, then you get this link.
Yeah.
Then it goes to the webinar. Starts in 11 minutes,
Yeah.
And then he does a call afterwards. And the calls are expensive. The calls are, so he's got 19 out of them of 18,000. So they're like $500 for a book call. But I'm pretty sure he has like a high-end like seminar type of thing,
Now you're not able to track any conversions. You're just doing strictly webinar registrations.
I'm doing 2. So I'm doing segment. If I do conversion action, I'm doing webinars and booked calls. So you'll see like some of them will have like call booked, like $392
to book a call.
Yes, to book a call. We've got 12 of them. So, and I don't know. So his webinar is like 1 hour, and then you have a call. So I'm pretty sure these are pretty qualified. But no, I don't have any way to track like sales as of now.
So, I did live webinars. I did automated webinars with Facebook ads, teaching people how to run Facebook ads. And a typical webinar cost was somewhere like $3 to $5 a registration on Facebook. And I get it's a different market. I get that. He's doing automated ones. On the live ones, I would like really panic because you got like a week, right?
Right.
And people forget, like you can register for a webinar today and it's next Wednesday and you just don't remember.
Right.
Just check out, right?
Right.
But yeah, 17, that seems high to me. But every market's different,
17 book calls.
No, $17 a lead.
Oh,
yeah. Thinking back to Facebook was more like $5, just to put it in perspective. And I thought $5 was expensive. And when I would retarget to my own email list, I could get them as low as $1 or $2, but it was very limited. You're only getting 20 registrations, right?
Right.
I remember webinars roughly half the people show up.
Yeah, exactly. There's probably some crazy drops.
Yeah. But it goes back to the back end. If he's got a good back end, he can afford $20 a lead. Did he tell you what he wanted to pay?
And he definitely qualified. Wait, what's that?
Did he tell you what he was expecting?
Yeah, his goals were $20 to convert a webinar and then $200 a book call.
Oh, wow. So you're actually doing better than the webinar leads. Slightly.
Yeah, the webinar, yep. But then the book calls, and I mean, yeah, I'm looking for cheaper ways. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't know exactly his process to get to the book calls. But yeah, I'm still refining. So like the same thing's happening with him. So like different locations. So like in California, it's $7 a conversion. So you were just talking about 5, So we got 22 conversions for the webinar for $7, and then like Texas, 2 for 32. Now, so here's my theory, and see if you believe me with this. So what I do is I'm pausing this type of stuff because I say, yeah, sure, that may work, but it's like it's got to make a huge difference to finally get to 7. And so, and I'm hitting my budgets every single day with like $500 to $1,000 ad spend. So it's like, why wouldn't I, you know, put my stuff?
Here's what jumps out to me. Go back to that thing.
This is actually the first one, and then there's like,
I know.
do them every day.
California was one of Vince's worst, right?
Best in terms of 150 conversions, but then it was like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just I think more than anything, this illustrates how different campaigns operate. They're both in the health and fitness market too, right?
I agree.
And I just, from looking at your sheets, a lot of these were at the bottom of Vince's list. It was almost backward.
True.
I would have to tend to agree with you that at least on a location level, if they're into the double digits from what I'm seeing, if they're into the double digits, pause them, or maybe go down a level and try to figure out what's going on there. But I think I would do what you're doing. I would start killing them off because, clearly California is working for him.
Yeah. So it's like, so now I'm actually taking it. So this actually means CA. So I'm actually breaking it up into an account and with the ages. So then I can start to see all the different locations with the ages and things like that. Then I can just pause them right here instead of having to dive so deep.
Right. Right.
I just set this up last night. I was up till like 4 in the morning.
Is that what you did till 4 in the morning?
Yeah, because first I made all these campaigns, and then within these campaigns, so ad group, then I have also 6 segments of the income level. So I think I have 128 campaigns based on this way, and like maybe 15 campaigns. So I had the wrong audience I set by accident. So I had to bulk change that and then realized I missed some few and I didn't. So they were actually set on no audience. And YouTube, if you have no audience except your demographics, it actually shows just to those demographics. So, and luckily I checked after like 20 minutes, I'd spent $170 with literally, in like 10 minutes. Just because literally if you only have audiences, so these work as Venn diagrams. So your base is your always demographics. You have to have some sort of one selected. This is not for a single ad group. I'll go to that so you can see it like easier, but you have to have at least one combination. So right now with this strategy, I have one demographic selected for each. So I made all these ones and I changed it. So this one's 35, 44. Gender, we're just doing male to keep it simple. So that's just male. We're just this one's just parent for a P, and then household incomes with the ad group, the top 10%. But if you just have these demographics without any overlay, it will just show to that. So I didn't have this audience. I took it off to replace it, but then missed some. So it's spent on a few campaigns, like $170 worth. So that's really interesting though, that you can just show to like demographics. Like who would want to do that? It'd be so broad, you know, this entire like age group on YouTube.
Go just sign up for AdWords and do their suggested campaign and watch how fast they drain the money out of your pocket. Criminal. I mean, you'll just get taken to the cleaners. Mike, I'm really interested with the other campaign you had, those time slots in geographies, like California at 2 o'clock. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. And then, so even for—
Are you going to set up like special campaigns just targeting those?
Yeah, so basically these campaigns I can group at least, there's 4 splits because there's like a 35 to 44 and a 45 to 50-year-old, and parent, not a parent. So there's 4 within there. So then, so for New York, I've set up 4 different campaigns. So I'm going to see that exact day and time zone for that, because within each campaign, you actually go in and then go to locations. Add schedule, and it gives you day, hour, and now it gives you day and hour. So you can see this one just started, but so it will show you the combinations.
Now, is this Yuri's campaign?
Yep, this is all Yuri's campaign.
Okay. I'm talking about Vince's, and here's why. If you can go back to his real quick.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
you got these time slots in geography, right?
Yes.
I think you're probably going to do it anyways. You're probably already done it. Are you going to set up campaigns targeting those like sweet spots?
Yeah, if I did, I'm not sure because his campaign's on pause right now. And
but if you started it up, like you would target this $25.
If I started it up, I would set it up in bulk, like how I would normally, and then I would use this data already. Because some of the stuff's going to be messed up because there's a lot of different age groups. But yeah, I would most likely set it up and then like refine it based off this data. But then I'd still kind of test, because that's the hard part about some of this data is like when it's, because yeah, I can never look at just ages alone. If I wanted to look at just ages, it's always going to be paired with time. It's always going to be paired to like another demographic.
Okay, I think I understand. So you would set up every combination, let the campaigns run, and start shutting down losers.
Yes, exactly.
So you would not just cherry pick the green ones. You would do the whole thing and start shutting off the losers.
Yeah, I would probably cherry pick the beginners to some degree. I probably would. Okay. But then, I mean,
because I would be super curious to see if you ran California on Monday at that time slot, if you actually got the $25 conversion, or if the data just hadn't played out yet. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And that's what I don't know.
Because if that's actually true, that's super, super useful to know.
Yeah.
It's just, we don't know. We don't know if you actually started that campaign, if that would continue, or if it's other factors, you know?
I agree. I think there's definitely something to the segmentations, more than I thought ever, like just by like, you know, California, just by state alone. But then, yeah, obviously there is something by different day. But yeah, I don't think I have enough data to say for sure. But yeah, it seems.
I agree, Mike. Podcasts, and I don't know of any in particular, but I would hear in these people who do AdWords, you hear of huge numbers of ad groups, right? Huge numbers of like everything's like, this is why you have to break it out to that level.
You do, or else you can't get the data enough. Yeah, it's too condensed, and and yeah, everything has to be lined up. Yeah,
it just has to be so granular so you can pick the stuff off and,
like,
shut the losers down.
Yeah, it'd be funny. I don't know if I'd ever even be able to say this. It's like too much information, but like the next like iteration of like, who's your customer? It'd be like, oh, they're in Colorado, Texas, California, males 45 to 54, you know, on a Sunday between 2 and 3, also on a Monday between 3 and 4, also their best device is desktop, but also like mobile, you know, parental status, parents, income level, top 10, top 20, top 30%. And yeah, that was another interesting one to look at too. Yeah, income level. So that'll be interesting. Now I can see it better. So I'll be able to see a lot more data with this account. But yeah, because the weird part about AdWords is they give you those combinations, but you can't select them. You can't turn them off. Like I can't go into just turn off California on, you know, Sundays. I can only shut off California, or I can only shut off Sunday, like, or at a certain time, but like only the holes, you know.
You'd have to put California in its own ad group and then run the days.
Yep, and then exclude the days, exactly. So, but then once you do that, then you restart the data. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's better to build it that way, and you can still use labels to like roll up a bunch of stuff to still get it going. And yeah, it seems to be working so far. There was some concern, like if it's too narrow, it won't show. But so far it's showing. But I just started the very super narrow approach yesterday night. So we'll see how it plays out within the next week. But I'm hoping to get, because like I said, his webinar registration is 20, which he wants. But at the end of the day, you know, he really wants like the call books at a certain degree, and obviously the sales. So I feel like if I do get the webinars cheaper, it will trickle to also the call. You know,
I feel like the call is more his sales funnel.
Yes, exactly.
You know, if I was him and you're getting me leads for $17 and I'm expecting 20, I'm pretty fired up about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to say to you, get me more, because I want more leads, get them cheaper and get me more.
Yep.
And then the calls coming in at double what I thought they should be, to me, says it's my sales funnel, it's my offer, it's something on my end. That's not Mike's fault. It's not the quality of the lead.
Yeah.
Right? I would blame myself for that.
True. But still, I would have to say, like, where did he get his? I don't even know where he got the 20 and 200. That could just be like what's profitable somehow.
I think it's just emotional. I think it's just emotional.
Or if
I to me felt like,
or if he used like a different source, like maybe social media or something else, like different metrics to like measure what that would be. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure his conference is at least like $1,000, like bare minimum, probably like 2,000. And I'm sure like some sort of coaching, you know?
I think if you drive 5,000 leads to him and nobody buys, he's going to be questioning the quality of them, you know?
Right, exactly.
I think we both know YouTube qualities compared to others is pretty much higher quality than most.
And did I tell you the number? Oh, get this. Let me show you one more thing. Too.
Yeah, keep going. This is good stuff.
Okay. So his business gives more clients. This I still can barely freaking figure out. This one, okay, placements. This one, I mean, I'll show you my failures too. So this is his. So I had one campaign that was based off keywords about business, entrepreneurship, marketing, etc. And so he placed on like let's see, 234 videos, and he spent $223 and got 1 lead with this targeting method. And I was like, oh, YouTube probably effed up. And then they showed it like unrelated stuff, like whatever this is, 10 tips on releasing a single, you know? But in reality, that wasn't true. Only $8.67 could be determined not. Other ones are all on topic. Social media marketing explained, the best marketing strategy, greatest advice from young professional entrepreneurs, day trade attention, Gary V, the fantasy of being an entrepreneur, Gary V, how to grow a successful business, Gary V, 2,500 just for Facebook ads, how to price your social media marketing services, 10 ways to make more money with your band. That's probably a bad one. Ty Lopez scam exposed, 2018. Launching your product. Here's what to do before anything else. LinkedIn marketing, Amazon, killing it with Facebook marketing, how to get more clients. And dude, I mean, that shit, I don't know if it was expensive. So it was like 77 cents, $1.27, 23. I don't know if I bid too high. And then, but still he got all these views, total 392 solid views, and still just 1 conversion. So,
and that, how's that different from what you're doing now?
That's the hugest, craziest thing. So all campaigns, the one that's working and the one that I'm splitting up from is similar to list. So
similar to list.
Yes. So look at today, this one, similar to list, spent 200, and yeah, so average cost 741. So yeah, conversion still may be coming in $33. You got to call though, 1 for 2. And then yeah, if I look at that other one, and so the one, it was keyword business, let's see, it was keyword groups, where I spent $241 and got 1 conversion doing keyword group plus topics overlay. So like everything was spot on, but somehow the similar to list.
What that tells me is the people that sign up for this are not the same people that are watching the videos you're targeting.
Yeah.
You know, and who the hell knows? That's interesting to me, because Facebook, they really throw you into that, let us do everything, give us your list, we'll find the people like it, you just make your ad, we'll find you the cheapest. They do it all, and they kind of take this work out of it, but you have a lot less control. You know, if they get you conversions for $2 one day and 20 the next, like who the fuck knows why, right?
Right.
It's almost like they're just taking your money, charging you what you want, and sending you some leads.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is. So the similar to list seems to work better. Was that the case with Vince too?
Yes, that was the case. Yep.
All right. Which is also the case with Facebook, for the record, more times than not. If you have an email list, you have existing traffic, that look alike, that similar to is going to be more powerful. And I think, Mike, it's doing a lot of this, how you're looking into the data. I think it's doing that like times 1,000 with targeting, to a level that a human we couldn't even get our like slow chemical brains around.
It is. Yeah. And what's interesting too is looking at like the video. So there's over 14,000 for this one that's spent. I don't know how much is spent. well, in this date range, 1,129. And you look at videos like this, right? So Sarah and I were looking at this. She's like, oh, you got to pause that. That's spam. And actually, the related video has nothing to do with how we're targeting. We're literally targeting just by the person. So we're still targeting English people. So that could be someone on English who's watching a Chinese video. So all this stuff,
the video makes no difference.
The video makes no difference. So at first I was like, wait, how does this, you know, I mean, that was a newbie mistake I thought of. Like, these all suck. Little big shots, a 7-year-old math master, 10 warning body signs you shouldn't ignore. Like,
it's kind of like spying on your audience.
It is.
It's not even your audience, right?
This is, yes. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Like extended remarketing, kind of. But it's not remarketing because they don't know you. It's still cold traffic, but it's a lot more like that, more audience based than keyword or intent based.
True. And if you're on these videos, all these videos already about marketing, and then you're like a webinar about marketing, why do you really even want that webinar? You know, it's like you already got that thing, webinar, instant webinar right in front of you almost, you know, versus if you're on, you're watching, you know, about, you know, 7 chakras clearance through your sound and prayer. You're watching that comes up. Oh, okay, I'll check that out, you know, because it's different in a way, you know?
Yeah, his pitch seemed to be more about a health kind of thing.
Oh, it definitely is. Yeah, exactly.
And it's just my hypothesis for what it's worth. I think the people watching those Gary V videos have been pitched on so many goddamn webinars. Like you just smell it a mile away.
Yep.
And maybe the health people, they just don't get pitched on webinars very often, and it's novel and it's new and they're more apt to sign up. But it could be anything. It could be anything. The takeaway is you try different things. One of them's working better. You're doubling down on it. This guy, he should be pretty fired up because your results are only going to get better for him.
Yeah. And if you see like, so I tried all this different stuff. Like you can even do scraped URLs works pretty well. Custom intent. There's an event, starting a new business. Yeah. Keyword groups plus topic. But yeah, I want to keep testing different like combinations of stuff too, and get something good. But yeah, that's just a sneak peek of what's working and how to scale AdWords. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. It's all in this book coming up soon. Right here.
Mike, that's super insightful stuff, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm taking the book. It's in PowerPoint format.
Yeah.
Now I'm putting it into the actual Word format because I'm like, I can't edit in this thing. I literally wrote an entire book.
In PowerPoint.
PowerPoint. Yeah, dude.
I remember you did that because in the Word document, the layout sucked. You couldn't get the layout nice.
Yeah. And this was really nice because all my thoughts, like each thing is then, you know, a page, you know. It's like, all right, what do I need to say about this one? A diagram, you know, creating. But then, now I'm using like page breaks. So I'm breaking it up. But then, I'll still have a lot of design work within here. But it's going better. But yeah, so within coming time, as soon as you see this video, hopefully this book will be done. And all that advanced targeting stuff is within this book because it's not necessarily needed. I get cost per conversion for around $30 a lead for TYT SEO clients. And we use custom placements. So that way actually works. You got to test. And our best videos.
Your problem too is that you don't, because you're a client business, you don't do the volume of a webinar or an ebook. So you don't get the volume behind it to build a large enough email list. And maybe you talk about the size of these guys' email list because it matters how much data you feed this beast to Google. It matters a lot. And maybe you can talk about how big those lists were.
Yeah.
The similar
what
to
do you think like he should have just, so if he's paying like $500 a booked call and I'm paying like $30 for a book call, don't you think he could almost just skip the webinar and go right to a call like we do for TYT? Or do you think it's something different? Or any insight on that?
I think he should try something different. He should try a different sales funnel. Again, you're getting him the registrations, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So what, if we did the math, 1 in 50 people is 1 in 50's converting.
Yeah.
I would try something different.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's an hour-long webinar. They got to watch the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, they would be very qualified, I think, at that point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just interesting to think about.
Without knowing his sales funnel, Mike. I mean, think about it. 100 people go on the email list. Maybe 50 watch the webinar. How many finish the webinar out of those 50?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a live webinar, and some of them know it.
Yes.
Just saying. So the number of people that actually see his offer may be pathetically small. And that's his sales funnel. And man, you could do calls like this and offer your advice, and he just has to try.
Right.
But, I think you're doing your end of the bargain. You know, you're driving them the leads as cheap as you can. You're trying different things. You're segmenting it.
Yep.
What else does he expect?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I like that he has a lot to spend, and he has other coaches too that like do the calls too. So it's not just him.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, he was like 10x it. When we weren't getting enough leads, like 30 a week. He wants that like, per day or more. So
I would agree, because if you got a webinar a week, you'd want to get a few hundred into that.
Yeah.
That was the problem I ran into with Facebook, was they just couldn't get me the leads fast enough, cheap enough.
Because you went too refined and then you were too cut off?
No. When you do these lookalikes, it's like, it's almost like this. The first 50 leads are $2. The next 50 leads are $6. The next 50 leads are $12. As you scale it up, it gets just exponentially more expensive, because and I'm sure YouTube's algorithm works this way too. It's so goddamn good at finding the people, it finds them, and then it runs out of people. So it says, well, what's the next most likely? And it builds out of that, and the results get worse.
I feel that AdWords is very consistent with their stuff. If I look at my accounts or Vince's or this guy so far, it's like, it's pretty predictable within like.
Okay, so they're different, right? If I'm targeting a keyword, there's only so much search term there, right?
Yeah.
Whereas an audience is pretty fucking broad, man, you know?
It is, but I don't think AdWords, especially not Google ads, especially on YouTube, they don't do as much as like the crazy stuff as Facebook does in terms of like, doing all their advanced. I think it's just literally like a lookalike audience one time. I don't think it's refining. It doesn't refine for anything. Even if you do cost per action, it's just refining to try to like get more people to like view it. And it's a bid. It just bids based on that, but it's still not as like, even on their display network, it's like more advanced, but not with YouTube. So
yeah. Oh, with Google.
Yeah.
It seems like, it's funny. Google's main business is AdWords, right? Particularly search AdWords. And then it's like YouTube got bolted onto the back of it. And it's been like that for years. And I think we can talk, it's come a very long way.
Very long way, yeah.
But it is like the little brother to Google. Like they've always treated it like a second-class citizen. It's never had all the bells and whistles that their main platform offers.
Weird.
The irony in all of it is that search business is going away. As people use Alexa more and people use Siri more, they're not going to Google as much, and that business is going away.
True. But
they are watching videos more, and it's very ironic. So we'll see how it plays out.
True. Yeah. Yeah. They've been adding stuff almost like every month for the past like year to AdWords, YouTube, which is great.
Think about it. AdWords implied bidding on search words.
True.
Google Ads implies just ad, meaning we'll show your. I think YouTube's going to be huge for them.
True. And if I can do like this type of audience where I pick all the best locations and demographics and times, and everything.
Well, that's the thing I want to bring up, Mike, is what I'm watching, like listening to you, is when you come in to do a campaign, you're bringing all this experience. Now, I guarantee you bring on a new client now, the very first thing you're going to do is segment it like this, because you already know what's going to happen. You're going to ask him for an email list because you know if he can't do a similar to, he's going to lose.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Super interesting. Super interesting.
Yep. So what did you want to talk about today?
Well, we pretty much blew through the hour. I think we're good.
Giant tangent.
What's that?
It was a giant tangent, but
it's good. I think this is good for the call. We'll do my stuff next week. Frankly, look, life's going good with PC Tattletale. Awesome. I will leave you. My leads are not coming at all where I think they're coming from. That's the cliffhanger I'll leave you with for next week.
They're not coming from Google Organic?
Not like I thought. It's some different traffic source. And I would have never fucking guessed. I would have never fucking guessed.
The download center?
Huh?
Download center? App Store?
Google Play. Google Play. Yep. We'll get into it next week. But Google Play, holy shit. Holy shit. Man, that's all I gotta say. And then what I want to do, Mike, like you've been doing with showing the console, I want to show you the Google Play console because they get into search terms. They get into running experiments.
Yep.
The goddamn screen told me, it said your listing is below the benchmark of clicks in this category. You should start running experiments. And it showed me the expected is 18 and I'm at 16. Like it told me that.
You can do experiments within Webmaster now?
You can do experiments in the Google Play Store. So try different headlines and game it. Like they encourage that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we can get into that next time. I think this call, we can wrap it up here. I think it was really, really good. Really insightful. Seeing the different clients, how it's different from client to client. And then what you're learning with the level of segmenting you have to do is gold. Gold.
Now I know you can use like Google ads within the Google Play Store, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think you can. I've seen ads in the Google Play Store. I think for apps, right?
Yeah, I'll bet you can. Yeah, you could probably run ads in it. That's interesting. It's an interesting take. I know I've seen. Okay, I know I've seen them in the Apple Play Store. Like for sure, you see sponsored ones, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's like when you build a campaign, I think I've seen that like as an option, like something like that.
Oh, Play Store, Google Play Store ads.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I have a huge strategic advantage because most of these guys are selling apps in the Play Store.
Yes.
And if you're selling an app in the Play Store, like the expected price is about $2.
Oh,
if you charge 20, people lose their fucking mind, right?
So true.
Mine is a free download, and you pay.
And are those
the Play Store
converting too?
What's that?
Are the mobile leads converting?
That I haven't got to that level to see if they convert better or worse, and that would probably be the next thing to do. But just raw lead sources, I was absolutely
less. It still can be good if you're getting influx. From there, it can game it.
Yeah, I haven't done anything like much of anything, so should be good stuff.
Now, is links affect there? Does your website authority affect anything with Play Store? Is that
I was thinking about that. I don't know. I've heard it's number of downloads.
Makes sense. And reviews, right?
Maybe reviews are the obvious ones. One thing I do is just out of necessity, when someone hits my site and logs into their account on an Android phone, I send them to the Play Store. I want them to put the app on their phone just as a better experience,
Nice.
So my customers downloading it is probably a signal to raise it, right? Because I'm sending them downloads. So
that makes sense. And is this only for people that have a software business, or would it be a strategy for anyone who would want to get leads? And so somehow, I know you said like you could make a website, like an app or something too, or is it just strictly for software businesses? with the App Store strategy, or both, or depends, or
I heard of people making apps for their blog and offering them as news apps. I have no idea if that works or not.
Right.
The aha would be, is there a way I can add a mobile app component as a lead source, right? So maybe
so if like for SEO, if I wanted to do like monitor your rankings from your phone.
Yes. And then put that in the App Store as a lead source. Exactly.
Yeah. And then say, hey, if you want to increase your rankings.
Or Vince wants to do a workout tracker.
Yeah.
Puts it out for free in the App Store to collect leads. Of course that would work for him, right?
True. And sell the pre-workout. It's $100 a bottle.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So those kind of strategies, building a bolt-on app to your business that's ancillary, put it out there for free to collect leads, I think is a very winning strategy. And I think when we look into this data, it was like a holy shit thing to me. Because if you would have asked me before I ran this report, Mike, I would have told you Google search is 80 to 90% of my leads and installs, and that's just not true. Couldn't be further from the truth.
Al, how come you had, what was your tracking source? Can you tell me a little bit about that? Like, what was the error for any of us tracking where our leads come from? Was there any insight, like what was wrong? Like, how come you didn't know that from the start? Or
yeah, I didn't look at it.
Okay. And this was in Google Analytics goals conversions or what?
No, it's when they join my list, they're cookied. They're really hard cookied to where it came from. So if they installed the app and they sign up through the app, it says it came from the Google Play Store, like, because the app, that's how they signed up in the app, right? People who sign up through the website, they self-select and they say Google 9 out of 10 times, and that's exactly what analytics shows. So that's pretty solid, you know?
Okay, so you use Google Analytics, and what was the other tracking source?
Asking people.
Okay, asking people.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to tally up and look, too.
Right. So I tally up, like, they all end up in the same bucket, but what was the lead source? And they either tell me where they came from, or if it was an app install, it just says Google Play Store. Like, they don't get to tell me. I already know you came from the Play Store because you installed the app.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at Google. So I typed in Google Play Store ads, just seeing what they had.
Wow, they do. It looks like a very simple ad.
Yeah. I wonder too. And then like the first result too for the thing was everything you need to know about Google Play search ads. I wonder how effective that would be to do based on their keyword, or to remarket them if they're on Google Play, if they visit your site. I'm not sure.
Oh man, Mike, you're killing me. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to hit it twofold with organic and ads.
Man, I was hoping I would get one good insight on our call today, and that was it. That was it. Consider running ads in the Play Store.
Yeah, 100% mobile.
No.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if you could use some of the principles too about refining too, like different, you know, if it's within AdWords, then yeah, you can probably use a lot of the same principles, age groups, income level, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can look at your past data too and even see where, you know, leads come from, or even on analytics, they're starting to tell you like what markets they're in. I think they do age groups. They tell you a crap load of stuff in analytics these days.
That's got to be pressure from Facebook, which is good. Keeps it competitive.
Yeah. No, they have a really good analytics program.
Yeah.
I like that. It's always some limitations you can't do. Like, I mean, just with the client the other day, you can only connect like one webmaster to one like Google Analytics property and like weird stuff like that. And with like AdWords, you can't do all the dimensions. You can't do location and hour, only location and day.
Right.
So always some weird stuff like that you have to work around. And other than that, yeah, it's a lot of great tools. Yeah, I'd be interested about Google Ads, and yeah, if they have search keywords, I don't know if you already are ranking, you know, for those certain keywords. Does it tell you what keywords people are finding your app from?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, it does. Okay. So this will be good. Next call, we'll get into that then.
Yep. Yeah, I think it will. I think it'll be very eye-opening for both of us, because for me, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. And then it seems like there's always like fundamentals of the ads, like refining stuff like that, but then also organic, like reviews, you know, number of downloads. And I can think of YouTube organic, comments, number of likes. So it's like a lot of this stuff overlaps to like multiple sources.
Sure. How long did they watch the video?
Mm-hmm.
How many people uninstalled your fucking app after a day?
Yep.
They track all that shit. They tell you how many people still have your app after 30 days.
And it's pretty simple because, yeah, it's basic stuff that you need to optimize and would want to optimize for anyway. So it's like, I'm glad that these algorithms have gone that way where they're just better at determining, you know, because YouTube, it used to be just plain views, you know. Now it's, it's like watch time. If they leave quicker, then they're not going to show that video as much, you know. So same with the app. I looked on YouTube the other day and I can click watch time and it says like how long I watched it for. Like I had some music playing, so it was like 5.7 hours like a day or something.
YouTube will tell you how long you've watched all your videos for. Of course.
Yep. And then it goes per day, yesterday, and per week. And so it's like, they're using a lot of that same data with their app stuff. Yeah. I'm sure they know exactly how long everyone used their apps, you know?
Exactly. I'll tell you this search algorithm stuff and the ad placement algorithm stuff has got to be some of the smartest AI on the planet right now.
Does. It's a lot.
The most valuable use case, I would say close behind that is the stock market.
Right.
And then you got credit card fraud and spam. That's where all the AI is right now. And we're in it. We're in it, man.
Yeah. And the best part is that it's like the most even playing field, because I was like talking to like Mihai, I was helping with AdWords today. And he's like, I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm like, neither am I. Like no one really is. Like you just get your hands dirty and like learn this stuff. Like this shit they're not teaching in schools. It's all brand new. Like these things can come out like, you know, a few weeks ago, you know, tomorrow, yesterday, a month ago, and still people don't even know about them. You know, it's like takes a long time for them to learn all these features and to get to and all the different combinations you can do and stuff. So it's like no one's going to like the best expert is the one that gets their hands dirty and just like Googles it and then just also just tries it. You know what I'm saying? Just does a small test.
Yeah. And again, your advantage is you have multiple clients, multiple products. You get just a better vantage point than someone like myself doing it for one product. And I only see the one. I don't know. I haven't seen how different it can be, you know?
Start another app business and test that out too. Then you got 2 vantage points. Yeah, seriously. Dude, you know what I saw an ad for the other day was an ad about how to make those simple app store games that are really simple, like Pong or whatever, and like sell and make money off that. And I'm like,
it'd probably work. Make games.
It's funny how like the evolution of like that business kind of like booms or whatever, and then the people of teaching that business boom. Like right now, a lot of people are teaching like the fitness expert, obviously business advice, and now like how to make games, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the world's changing. Gaming's huge.
Yeah, I was reading an article today, like Fortnite. I know nothing about it, but yeah, it's like a free game. But then like they make like $1 billion a year or something. I don't know what it is.
Totally. Both my kids are absolutely addicted to that game. Absolutely addicted.
I've never even like seen it or I just heard
both kids come home from school, race to their computer, play Fortnite. I mean, that's
now,
what they're
have they spent money on there?
Huh?
Have they spent money?
They will. I mean, there's no doubt they're going to spend.
And they probably
every penny they have on a better shirt, a better I mean, they're buying shit in the game. That's coming. That's like a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Yeah.
And if they're not buying, it doesn't matter because so many people are playing. You know, there's going to be a lot of people buying. I bought one thing from a game one time. It was like a bike race game where like, it was like a gyroscope one. And somehow they got me. It was like $5. It's like just the free thing. And then that in thing purchase, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they spend money in games constantly.
Yeah. That's the future.
It is. It is. They do not watch football. They do not watch baseball. They play video games. They live in that world. And it's not just my kids. I think that's every kid. Every kid that's in that age.
That's crazy.
It's the future, shift. Man. It's the future. Yeah.
Big shift. Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder like Google ads and stuff will be like so like normal talk and stuff. like yeah, like games and all that stuff. Obviously phones, computers, you know, like that stuff's going to be so integrated in society.
Oh my God, we haven't seen nothing yet. It's hard to believe, but we haven't seen nothing yet. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Very technological. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, we're on the cutting edge, and everyone watching this is as well. So lesson, yeah, learn these things, apply them. There's so much opportunity. You can choose any of this stuff. And yeah, some of the principles will overlap, you know, between them and capitalize on the source. Definitely help a lot of people and make a lot of money. Anything else to add for this call?
No, I think it was a good one, Mike. I think it was a good one. We'll get into
it.
No, I think it's good. If you got something good, let's do it. And then we'll do the Play Store stuff next time.
Okay, yeah. I'm interested to see that, because I definitely, at some point, I don't know when, but I'll probably make a software for something.
It's just good to be aware of, right?
Yeah.
It's good to be aware of.
Fun.
Just like the YouTube ads, I'm not doing them right now, but it's damn good to be aware of it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, eventually it's going to be a source. I don't know. What do you think about this one? Grant Cardone says, be omnipresent, be everywhere.
Sure. Like, yeah. I mean, yeah, if you want to grow your business, be everywhere, of course. You know, it's hard to do.
True.
Yeah, if you're aggressive about wanting to grow it, of course, be everywhere. Yeah.
True. And also, yeah, he's like 60 years old. So he's a little bit older and has been in business for a while. But yeah, I think in the beginning, you definitely do build one leg.
Yeah, absolutely. For someone starting out, it's, of course you want to do that, but it's just too much. It's too much.
You don't realize how much it is.
My case, right? I didn't have to get that far. My business is big enough. Like, I don't need to do it. It's already working. I'm already making enough money. It's good. Like, I'm good. I could do it. And if I really wanted to grow it, I could just like go for it, you know? And of course my business would get bigger.
Right.
But it's work and it's a lot, right?
One down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still developing my system. Yeah. For Instagram, I basically stopped posting. It's like, one day you stop, you know, sometimes those things.
No, I found that with social media in general, it became a huge distraction and time suck. I mean, huge. And it's not how I wanted to live my life. Everybody's got a different DNA. Everybody's different, right?
Yep.
I like not having my phone pop off. I like just not having to worry about shit. I'm more like a stockbroker kind of guy where you just fiddle with the numbers. I think you are too. And then watch the profits come in and fiddle with the numbers and watch the profits come in. Social media ain't that. It's everything but that. You're like in the fight every minute. Every minute. It never stops.
Yep.
And for some people, that's like their thing, and that's great. It's just not in my DNA. And once I figured that out, this is a better route for me.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, starting out, pick your thing, nail it. But in the beginning, maybe have a little bit of flexibility, see what kind of works, what you like, strengths, where you get some results from, what you can scale, and then go all in on that. And then once you build that up, then once that's going pretty well and you've tapped into that and like structured it pretty well, then like move on and keep building them. And
right.
You're solid. Solid stuff. Good call. Hope everyone got a lot of value out of that. And we'll chat with you next time. We're here every Thursday, but then I release them at different times. So it depends, but at least come back weekly for content like this, sharing all our insights, trying to be as real as possible and give as much value. So I hope you liked it. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll chat with you later. Peace.